What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Yes Chef. I'm your host, Big Chef Dro. And I know we're going through some perilous times right now, but I'm here to bring some type of enjoyment and some type of light to the situation. So today, I got something special for you. We're going to be cooking stuffed shrimp. That's right. I'm going to show you how we're going to get the best shrimp and stuff them with a nice crab mixture. And we're gonna add a nice Cajun sauce on the end that is gonna be filled with some crawfish. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's cook. Okay, everybody, here we go. So the first step of making a delicious, beautiful stuffed shrimp is you have to start off with some good shrimp. So what you see here are some shrimp that I got from the fresh market. Now, if you're going to go ahead and get something like this, just understand it is a little pricey. And, if you want to treat yourself, if you want to do something a little different, this is the way to go. Now, for how many you see here, it's going to be about $20. So these are 6'8" shrimp, which means you'll get about 6 to 8 shrimp per pound, and that's really not a lot. But if you want to splurge and do something good for yourself, then this is the route. Now, if you don't have it like that, or if you don't feel like doing that or going that route, here I have a super colossal shrimp. I got these from Walmart, and this was the biggest one in the bag. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot achieve what you want with this size, but man, it'll be a lot easier and a lot better tasting, presentation, and so forth with the bigger ones. But if you can't cut it, you can't cut it. I often use the super colossal shrimp from Walmart. And again, this is the biggest one. So you can see the comparison on, the difference in the two. So I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to just show you the difference in these. So I'm going to put this super colossal on, and that is 1.1 ounce. Now this was the biggest one in the bag that I found. And this obviously is the biggest one of this bunch. Look at that. That's 3 ounces, one shrimp, 3 whole ounces. And we'll just go to the smallest one. Well, we can probably do this one. And this one is a 1.6. So, still the smallest one from here is even bigger than the biggest ones out of the super colossal. So let's get started. Let's get ready to go over everything and get this ball rolling. Okay, so we're ready to go. So everything that we need for our stuffed shrimp is right here. Now, I've already made some crab cake mix. This is my crab cake mix. If you want to know how I make my crab cakes, I'm going to leave that link on the button. So you can refer to that video and see exactly how I do my crab cakes. Now, I made this with some jumbo lump crab. I haven't been able to find too much of that, but this is actual jumbo lump crab meat, and we're ready to go with this already. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and remove the shells. So I'm not going to take the whole tail off, but I will go around the tail and just take it off like that. And that is going to leave us with that beautiful piece of shrimp. So I'll do that for all of these. I've already taken one of them off just to see how easy it was going to come off. These shrimp are really, really well prepared. They're actually cut open enough so I don't have to even worry about that. And, I guess that's what you get with buying a quality product. So, they already have a nice opening to it. Everything's already done. So this is going to be a really easy process. So I'll go ahead and finish taking the shells off, and then we'll be back after that. Okay, so we're back. We have all of the shrimp, the shells off of the shrimp. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and spray my two bowls. Now, these are heat resistant boats. You can put these in the oven. You can cook. You can cook in these up to like 500 degrees. These are from my restaurant days, so these are restaurant quality bowls. If you don't have one of these, it's not a big deal. Find something that you can put it in the oven with, and it doesn't matter what it is. But I'm going to do 2 servings, so I'm going to use the bowl as a presentation tool. And so I'll spray these with some Pam, just so it's not going to stick on there. And then you just take your shrimp, and we're just going to lightly season those shrimps with some salt, some pepper, and then we'll just start. I'm going to go ahead and use my hands and just get enough in here so that we can go ahead and stuff the shrimp. Now, you can go look up. There's many different ways to plate up a shrimp when you're stuffing it. I'm going to go with a way that I'm going to do it. The way that I'm going to do it is I'll just go ahead and stuff them, and then I'll just lay them in here like this. And so go ahead and lay that one in there beside it. So all the shrimp are stuffed. I have a little bit more left over, and I am going to put this bad boy in a pan and have me a crab cake next to these bad boys right here. So the last step in this before it goes into the oven is to go ahead and brush it with some butter. Not just any butter, clarified butter. You see how clear that is? No milk solids, pure liquid gold. If you are interested on clarified butter, I'll put the link in the button, and you can go to that. There's also, I'm doing clarified butter and also Bermonte, which is a emulsified butter, like a butter sauce. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit that button. Take you over to that, and you'll learn all about clarified butter. So I'm going to go ahead and just lightly just dab these with a little butter. Now that the butter is on there, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven for about 15 minutes at 375. Not for sure if they'll be done by then, but if they're not, I will give you the exact time that it took for me to cook these. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. I'll place them on a pan and put them in there. And while they are cooking, we are going to get into this Crawfish Cajun cream sauce. So let's go ahead and get into that and get these in the oven. Okay, so let's get into the ingredients for this crawfish Cajun cream sauce. So let's start off with the basics. We got some pepper and some salt. We got some sprigs of thyme. I also have a 1/4 cup of white wine. This is a dry Pinot Grigio, cheap stuff. Don't worry about getting too expensive with that. I have some clarified butter, and then the crawfish I have already diced up. I have some lemon. I'm going to get the lemon juice out of that. Here is some Cajun seasoning here. This is 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. And then I have some heavy whipping cream. I have the zest of a lemon. And then to wrap it up, garlic and a whole shallot. This is a tablespoon and a half of garlic. It doesn't matter with garlic. You can use how much you want. And then this is just 1 little small whole shallot. And so we're going to go ahead and get started with the cream sauce so we can get it ready for the shrimp. All right, so we're going to start this off with the clarified butter. And since it's clarified butter, I don't need any oil because of the smoke point on clarified butter is very high. And you're going to get a smoke point around nearly 500 degrees, if not a little bit over 500 degrees. This pan can get as hot as it wants, and this butter will not burn because it's clarified. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and add the shallots. Let's get these in there real good. All right, we'll go in with this garlic and we'll be real quick because we don't want this garlic to burn. But as you can see, the butter is not burning yet. So the smoke point is really good. I'll just take this off just so I can get my garlic where I need it to be. And then I'll deglaze everything with the wine. And while I do that, I'll go ahead and add the crawfish. I'll go ahead and add my thyme in there. All right, let's go ahead with some lime juice. And one of these I squeezed earlier for something else, so it's not a whole lime. I'm sorry, not lime juice, lemon juice. It's not a whole lemon. So this would really call for like a half of a lemon, but since I had to use some of the lemon for the crab mixture, I figured I'd just use the rest of it. All right, so I'll go ahead and add the Creole seasoning to it. And this is Zatarain's Creole seasoning, by the way. So now we can go ahead and add our cream. I'll just go ahead and use the rest of this. I'm gonna go ahead and season this with a little bit of salt. As it boils and starts to reduce and gets a little thicker, and then I'll just add a little bit of pepper. All right, so I'll go ahead and get these zest in there. I'll go ahead and steal a taste of this while it's cooking. Oh man, that is good. That is just right. That's perfect. So now we just wait for this to reduce and become a little thick. If you want, now is a good time. You can start taking your time out if you can. Now remember, you have cream, and so you got to continue to stir. If you don't stir, it's going to get scorched. So we are where we need to be. I have, after this one, I will have all of the stems pretty much out of there. This is a very beautiful consistency. I'll turn this off. And all we are waiting for now is for the shrimp to finish cooking. And once the shrimp are done, we will go ahead and get everything ready for the taste test. Oh, and there is the bell for the shrimp.
Delicious.
Hush. All right, here we are, the finished product. I mean, I cannot believe how big and juicy these are. I mean, just take a look at how big and how juicy these are. They're unbelievable. So, let's go ahead and add some of that sauce. And I don't want too much. I just want to add a little bit of a different flavor to it. So look at that. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting the rest of the sauce on the other ones and getting ready for this taste test. Okay, it's taste test time. I got one of those shrimps, put it on a nice little plate for myself. I'm going to go ahead and go in, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about this. All right, here we go. Yep, y'all give me a minute. I don't know where I get my powers from, but whatever source that it comes from, it has blessed me real good. You folks gotta try this at home. You really do. This is an absolute phenomenal dish. So go ahead and try it. Tell me what you think down in the comments. And if this is your first time coming to our channel, I want to welcome you and I want to thank you. And if you like the content that you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to stay up on everything that we're doing on this channel, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to smash that notification button so you can always stay in tune on what we're doing on this channel. So that's it for today, folks. And until the very next video, peace.